Hello there, everyone. So, this is the beginning of Malakai Makaisson, a legendary campaign that we're going to play out. Basically, I wanted to do one of the four lords from Thrones of Decay for quite some time, but I hadn't decided, so now it's the time, now on holidays. So, Malakai, he has access to Malakai's adventures. He starts the campaign with Gotrek and Felix, it's so cool. And then lots of upgrades for artillery units and Dowie Air Force units, basically. And he starts in a very difficult position. I'm going to be playing on Legendary and very hard this time. Not with the Ultimate Crisis. I do want Diplomacy for Scenario Factions. I think it's a little bit more thematic, actually. And let me just enhance the endgame difficulty, but put it slightly later. Anyways, it will trigger a long victory, so that's kind of what I like to happen. And no, I won't be doing Ironman mode. That's because I really want the ability to save, and especially because many times I want to go back and redo something just to showcase to you guys. So, and I feel a little bit more comfortable with doing that. If this was a streaming session, yeah, likely I would do it. It's fine. But in this case, when it's recorded, I prefer this way. So, Malakai, he's really cool. Let's see the introduction video, and then I'll continue and explain why he's so cool.
From the earliest age of the Engineers Guild, the Dawi have forged machines of war. Wonders hewn of Gromril and gold. Trusted plans handed down through generations. Yet there are those who defy tradition. Cast out from the guild for his outlandish ideas, Malakai Makaisson now seeks to regain his honor. His Slayer oath to be fulfilled through iron, grit, and glory.
Let's get started. We've got some serious work to do. For Karak Kadrin.
And here we begin. So Malakai has, beyond the mechanics of the dwarves, he also has his legendary battles and Malakai's adventures, which is so cool. It adds so many things to do basically in the game. So it's actually one of the mechanics that most defines what I like, which is decision making in the end, which is so cool to have for him. So I cannot wait to showcase how it works. So Malakai, he starts really on a difficult position. I like to ignore Norska for the most part and go immediately towards Hell Pit. And then who knows in terms of the decision making then, because it will depend on how well, let's say, Kislev is doing, anything like that. So we will have access to some units from the Regiments of Renown, of course, and from the Grudge mechanics. So that's basically what it is. And of course we also have the Spirit of Grumney to recruit some units, which is excellent, especially for the dwarves. It helps so much. So let's start with our first battle here, and let me see if I can transmit some thoughts on battles with Malakai. So, first of all, we're gonna deploy. My cannons will hit the plague bearers and try to hit anything that it's over there that is large, basically the either the lord or the toads, but of course they are protected by the trees. There's no point attacking them. And I just have a single line composed of the miners and the heroes. They'll be very detrimental for the early stages of the campaign. And of course my gyrocopters, they're just gonna wreak havoc among the plague bearers. Let's watch. I'm deployed, of course, on a hill. Always make sure that you check the hill or where you're positioned in terms of your rifles, in terms of your missile units, just to make sure that you're not positioning them right, against a small hill that would deter them from firing. Gotrek is here. Always nice to have the little fella. Don't tell him I said this, please. And of course my gyrocopters, they can move along and just hit these guys really well, because, what are they going to do, right? They have no missiles, so just making sure that you understand that nature. If they have no missile units, you can just engage them. So, Lots of Nurglings, one of my favorite units to see, and the Toads as well, and that guy with a bell. And let's just skip forward a little bit. They're slow, so that will happen often. You know, I'm trying to get them to clump up a little bit just so I can drop some bombs, but I also prefer to drop the bombs as soon as possible, because that will ease up my micro, basically. So that's some advice for you guys. You know, it's not just waiting for the proper moment. Sometimes it's not the best way, because it will deter you from using, you know, abilities or anything. You know, an ability used at 80% effectiveness, it's better than nothing. So that's what I say. And therefore, I just waited and ensured that I was targeting the proper targets. Now my cannons are going to hit his lord. Gladly, he's a very big target. I'm going to put Felix against him. It should be Gotrex, but I found that Gotrek could just easily be on this side, dealing with the Plague Bearers, and would do no issue as well. It's up to you, you know. If I would remake this battle, likely I would put Gotrek against the Unclean One. But he's doing just fine here. And right now, if not mistaken, I'm already preparing or already summoning the Spirit of Grumni, which is crazy battle ability to summon a Thunder Barge. It's really cool. Yeah, here it is. Really awesome that you can summon one of these. It will take care of most of the enemies in the early game. Already harpoons the enemy lords. That will happen consistently. And overall, not a lot of losses on this first battle. Just a little bit of a taste. Yeah, some health reduced, but still, considering all the bonuses that the AI gets in higher difficulties, this is fine. And that's a victory wrapping up. By the way, if you'll notice, the replay screen is because I typically fight the battle and then I replay it just to showcase to you guys. And there's several grudges to settle. Make sure that you are not in the book as well. So, victory, and we can drink the victory. This is always interesting. The army replenishment is always good. I always check what I'm getting, so some miners. Oath gold would be nice, and the income is also nice. The control is nice, but nothing that I really need for now. I really need the replenishment to ensure that I don't just end up losing a unit to anything unforeseen in the beginning, so that's what I'm going to take. So, tons of missions completed and tons of missions to complete. That's basically the game here. Initially, you shouldn't be too worried about those, but try to check whether or not you can accomplish some missions. So, in the first line of the blue line, I'm not always certain what to take. You know, I kind of want the reduced attrition. I kind of want the chance of intercepting. That's always nice, especially with this sort of army that we're going to build up. Casualty replenishment is great as well, Inquiring Mind as well, but maybe I'll just take Inspiring Presence for the time being while I decide. That's why I always advise you guys to check out some army compositions. I have plenty on my channel, just to ensure that you know where to go. At least that you have an idea, and then if you decide midway that you don't want that, you know, mid-campaign, then that's fine as well. At least you started up with an idea and you focused on a plan. So let's fight off this second battle. For the most part, even just the characters and Spirit of Grumni will take this, just to ensure that this is not a minor settlement. And here we go. Same map, actually. And always make sure that your cannons, you know, are firing immediately on the initial target. And also, I've imbued them immediately. That's because it takes 30 seconds, that ability. And if you time it well, you can use it for 2 rounds. Because, of course, cannons take like 20 seconds to reload. So if you just use that while they are reloading, it's useless. So just keep that in mind whenever you wish to use those sort of abilities, especially that Malakai starting one. And of course the same thing, the gyrocopters just doing their damage. It's always nice. Try to hit them on the back. It will always have a little bit more of an effect. And in the meantime, the Nurglings, well, they're trying to get to us. I like how they form up, like if they are a hulking unit, while it's just 5 of them joining together. Yes! Come against my cannons. Later on, we're gonna have grape shot cannons, which is great. And now they're in handgunner range, basically. Not handgunner, thunderer. Sorry, wrong unit. Yeah, let's throw the satchels. Nice, nice, nice. There are fires in the air there, dude. Yep. Gotrek is looking nice there, fighting just some Nurglings. I think that's the general unit, so that's great. And now I summon the Spirit. It takes some seconds, several seconds as well, but once it arrives, it should be deployed like literally where it needs to cause most damage immediately. You know, these miners, I think they dropped the charges and I didn't tell them to attack. Oh yeah, I wanted some targets for my cannons and for my Spirit of Grumni. So that's why I didn't tell them to engage. But overall, this is a very easy battle. All that I wanted to do was not to lose too many men or too much health on my characters. And there we go, first settlement taken. Let's decide what to take here. Typical options here, either you want Oath Gold and you sack, or you don't and you just occupy it.
Malakai Makaisson.
And I have to choose whether to build on the main province or whether to get his horde buildings going on. Over here, what am I going to take? I definitely am going to take some Air Force, and definitely some cannons and some missile units, and then Grimnin's Heirs is going to be good for any Slayer. So I think the optimal option right now, because I only have one unit here for the Thunderers, one for the Tradition, I think the best one is going for Grimnir's Heirs, because definitely I'm going to get some Slayers very soon. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yep. There we go. Grimnir's Heirs. It should help with all the units from Slayers to the top, which you get with Malakai's Horde building. So, yeah, you get them very soon. You get them at tier 3. Let's spread control. I always prefer campaign stuff from these guys initially. They're already strong in the early game. I mean, that's the point. If it was someone that would require. I could go for more income, but I don't think I'm going to need income for the beginning, really. I likely am gonna need something. Okay, I do have Dwarf Warriors available in the Spirit, and I'll get Slayers later on. So I don't think I'm gonna need too much stuff. Maybe income. Growth is always nice, but I don't think I need it for now. I'm considering. Either I get growth, either I get income, or I get a military building. And I'm thinking on a military building, maybe, just to properly expand my troops, in my troop roster. Maybe some hero building, maybe the runesmith. Yeah, that would be nice. Or maybe the gyrocopter building. Yeah, that would be cool. Starting it right away. Huh. That's a possibility. I would love the Slayer building, but I don't actually need it for now because Malakai's buildings will do it. Now you have Slayer buildings in the other ones. So what can I get? Upkeep and unit experience is nice, but it's not exactly the best choice early on. I want this for military producing capability. I do need their airship recruitment. Yeah, capacity. It's necessary. So, and yeah, you get Slayers here on this one. I need 2 population. It's going to be in 2 turns. So instead of spending population here, I'm already going to go for because there's nothing that gives growth to the Spirit of Grumni for now. So instead of that, I'm just going to get some units, some miners, just basic stuff, maybe some Dwarf Warriors. Yeah, I need some proper frontline that can just hold on. And in return, I'm going to get some gyros or some artillery. I'll get some artillery from Malakai's Adventures, so local recruitment capacity would be nice, but no, I am gonna go for the Tinker's Den. Yeah. Yeah? Will I? No, yeah. I think so. I think that's the best choice, either because I get another hero, because I'm gonna get gyrocopters, it will work out better for a secondary army. Yeah, I think that's the best way. I don't wish to go for that. Yeah, I want speed for units. I want to start with immediately some upgrades for my units, you know. to get them going. I cannot recruit any heroes. Yeah, sorry, that's that's not the one that I wanted. I wanted the lords, but I'll check it out in a moment. Malakai's adventures only unlock on turn 5. Then I'll explain that to you. In terms of deals, I always go for the quick deals and take whatever I can. Yeah, just give me some diplomacy. Give me some trade going. If I go with Tsarina, by the way, the biggest problem with this is that you're going to get in trouble with Gestalten, so be careful with that. You know, any deals that you make with them, with the Tsarina, it's going to hurt your relations with Gestalten. And I think I can take all of these 2 places with just the Lord. It's not like they're going to have anyone else there. And let me see. Yep, that sounds good. Let me see anything better. I could get the speed. The speed is good. Speed one is good, but I'll take the Scalf dude with the research rate. It's always nice. The construction costs. I think I can actually, because he has construction costs. Hold on. I'm gonna stop this and now build it, and the construction costs are in effect. So yeah, that's better. And do I need units? No, I don't think so. I think this is going for an end turn. By the way, the Great Book of Grudge is so much better right now. I already spoke about this in my overview. You get Grudge Settler units. You also get the Legendary Lord, so you can confederate. It's much better now. Tons of different goals that you can follow. But for now, it's easy. We're going to conquer the first few places. So already skip the turn and move this guy over here. I want to have both options, either going for Frozen Landing or the other one, depending on what's happening there. And I want to recruit a few more units before I reach the lair of the Troll King there. I have enough time for that. Yeah, I don't want this because the population is going to grow to 2, and I'll get Slayers, and I'll get Slayer Pirates, which are much better, and I even get Slayer Pirate, a Slayer Hero, which is perfect. Yep, I think that's much better. And then I'll reformulate the units for Malakai, give the miners to the secondary army, I think. Yeah, that's the sort of idea that I'll follow. Okay, let's continue and turn. And now we can actually reach the enemy settlement, I believe. But I'll still want to recruit some more units. This is not in case like that lair of the Troll King is very easy to take. But I don't want any surprises. So I don't want to take it and then suddenly I didn't build up enough units. So I always like to prioritize getting, a 20 stack really fast in the beginning, just to ensure that at least you have some options to fight. I don't want to use anything else there because it will take 2 turns. Malakai's Adventure is only on turn 5. Now, Yetchit or Frozen Landing. Let's go Frozen Landing, because that tribe over there, it's typically very, very, very easy to deal with. They don't build up too much, so I'm doing a little bit of a gamble here, and also that someone else is going to go for Yetich. So, did I gain any new friends knowledge? Nope, I didn't gain anyone, so that's fine. No new stuff. Crocodile is going to have some master engineering. That's good. I'm being overly careful because, it's been a while since I actually played a campaign. I've been doing some guides and just helping out people. So, I didn't even spoke about the short campaign. It's very short, it's very nice. 4 legendary battles, it's really cool, really easy to do with the Malakai's Adventures. And then it just focuses you on one path of conquest over there. So that's what we're going to follow. Yeah, we're going to go for Archeon and we're going to go for Astrogoth. But first, I want to take over Hellpit. The Forge. Yeah, the Forge. Initially, because it costs so much Oath Gold, I don't really like getting those items for now. I would prefer getting some runes for artillery units, for instance, or, anything that gives me some Vanguard for my troops, for instance. It's always nice. This is a good one. For more accuracy, it's always nice. If I would have more... Once I have a few more artillery units, I would have an engineer with that rune. And then suddenly he's just reinforcing the accuracy of the whole artillery gang, I'll just surround them. And yeah, that's a sort of a basic idea that I like to do. So, yeah, I can attack the lair of the Troll King now, and then I can just build up and recruit whatever. It should be fairly easy. Yep. it would already be even without those miners and stuff, but still, I always like to ensure that there's no surprises, maybe like a secondary enemy showing up very close. So I always try to prioritize getting units over conquering terrain, especially in the early game. Yep, my artillery of course is going to hit any large targets. I cannot see it there, but there's also the beasts of Nurgle that I want to take over. The gyrocopters are going to hammer the plague bearers. And overall, I have some units in reserve, such as these Doomseekers, so that's cool. And here's my battle line. Typically, I really like to do this zigzag sort of formation. It allows units to shoot in between the gaps on the line. It's always very helpful with missile units. It's also very helpful against any magic or anything like that. Any wind spells or vortex spells, they won't ever affect too many of your units. So yeah, overall that's good. I have some dwarf warriors here, predicting the plague bearers on the strongest flank, on the right flank always. So yep, there's the beast of Nurgle. She's so pretty. Is it a she? I don't know. It's a beast. It's a big mouth. That's it. And my cannons failed. Yeah, that's why we need some accuracy. So Felix is going to go against the toads here. All that I want is for the hero to stop the charge from the toads. And then I can send my units in. And yeah, you can see my miners going against the Nurglings. I really love the attacking animations of these guys. Gotrek is there as well. Plague bearers are finally hitting the lines, and they're going to be flanked by my dwarf warriors here. And they're already under attack by from my artillery and my thunderers. So yeah, I always prioritize ensuring that every single enemy unit has suffered some level of casualties or some attacks to ensure that no one is fighting. Ooh, that harpoon to the face. Gotta hurt. Yeah, I was targeting the Lord and he's immediately routing, which is perfect. And overall, I always like to ensure quicker army losses by taking out most of the enemy health, you know, from anyone that is... I don't want anyone to just have a little bit of health and forcing the enemy to stay in the battle for too long. I want them to go home. So that is it. Another victory. I didn't lose too much, which is excellent. They'll replenish in the settlement as well. Yeah, this army would totally be able to fight anything that would show up early game. So let's have it. Yeah, not a lot of... not anyone doing too much of work there. Everyone doing their job, which is always nice. Now, I got an edict. What should I get? Empower the guilds is good. Yeah, I want the growth, actually, for now. I just want a little bit of growth.
Malakai Makaisson.
And do I want the secondary one, or do I want the upkeep one? I honestly think I'm going to get the upkeep one, or I'm going to wait for the airship crew recruitment. Or should I get some quarrelers first? I already have the Slayer Pirates, so that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, I already have the Slayer Pirates. They're cool. Yeah. I'm gonna get at least one unit of those. Can get a couple of gyrocopters, and then I'll give these units to this Lord. You can get, with the dwarves, you can get like a secondary army, very cheap army, really fast, with just, you know, some miners, some slayers, and that would do the job. That's exactly what I want. You have access to some ports for some growth in money, so that's cool. So, yeah, Grimney's heirs, that's nice. It's every single slayer, so that's cool. Time to get a little bit of a blade master going, some melee attack, it's always nice for them.
Explosives expert.
So I'm taking my time just to explain my thought processes initially, okay? Apologies if that's not what you wish, but I always like to make it a little bit more explanatory. Take any trades that you can. Of course, take trades with the good factions. That's the idea. I don't care if the demons or Chaos offers you a lot of gold for a pact, don't take it, because it will just cause a lot of damage to your already depleted reputation. So, what do we have? Now I can recruit a hero. That's good. I'm going to recruit it here, sorry. So, enemies here, so say award save, that's nice. Oh, research rate and construction cost, that's nice. Yeah, let's go for that one. Yeah, that's great.
Engineer.
Get another engineer. I think I can get that upkeep, but no, I wanted the other building, yeah, for more upkeep, for more airship recruiting. But I think that's fine for now. 3 battles, just the start. I'll see you guys on the next episode, and let me know what you guys think. Bye bye.